thoughts on free will. Well, I believe we all have it. We can kind of lose it because many times people are governed by patterns, I believe. And these patterns can be so ingrained, like you've seen people that constantly make mistakes and do the wrong thing every time, no matter what. Well, I believe that's just a pattern that they've chosen in their life, and they probably don't analyze those mistakes. They blame it on someone else, maybe. But yeah, I think we all do have free will, and we can adopt it to make every situation as good as it can possibly be, based on empathy, integrity, and just wanting to do the right thing.
I think we all have free will, but I feel like there's no real true definition of free will from different perspectives. There is, like, my definition might be different than someone else's definition. When I think of free will, I think you could do what you want, and you don't really have anyone to tell you any otherwise. Like, you're an adult. You're allowed to do what you want. That's really all I can think of for free will. You're an adult. You don't have to do what anyone tells you to do.
I'm not sure if free will exists or if it doesn't exist. As I mentioned earlier, you asked me if I knew what free will was, and I said, yeah, I've got a graduate degree in philosophy. So, I studied that stuff, and it's, is the world everything predetermined, or is it not predetermined? Is something left up to chance? And there are really smart philosophers all over the place on this, and I'm kind of agnostic about it. I'm just not sure.
Well, my name's Missy. Live on a boat here in Marathon, and I think some free will got me here. I think free will would be making choices based on environment. You can choose to live on a boat per se, or you can choose to have a career and work till you're 70 years old. That would be free will. But free will is just making choices based on previous choices that you've made and the environment you're living in. It's pretty much it in a nutshell, I guess.
I'll go first. My thoughts, I looked at Einstein's theory on free will, and he felt that someone was going to discover the same things he discovered. It might not have been him, but somebody would eventually do it.
That's really interesting.
But
I just believe we're all here for a certain number of days, and those days have already been decided. So every day is a day to celebrate that you're still here.
Right.
It's not really free will, though, but I just think that there's a time and a place for everything to happen.
Okay. Well, I think that my stance until I hear something counter is that there is degrees of free will.
I like that. That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that it's not 100%, but it's somewhere in there between 0 and 100.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Well, I have been researching a little bit before. Free will, the word means do whatever you want the way that you want, right? Or if you are able to do that. But we are not like this, because if you have lots of times you want to do something, and you get into in a society. Let's put it like this: in a society, it's very difficult to have it, because you always get into the other person. Also freedom, and it's not free will, but freedom. You cannot get too close to the other's freedom also. So today I don't think we have a really free will, because too many people in the world. Let's put it like this,
So free will, I would say, is what society puts in our mind that we're supposed to do, if we do it one way or not, is what our free will is. Most of the time, I'm against the grain, so I'm not going to do what society says to do. So, but I would say that it's what your options are, what you choose to do.
I think that it's nice to think that we have free will, but like much of our thoughts, right? Many of our thoughts are just there to help us get whatever it is that we want, right? I mean, that's what your thinking is set up to do. And so we were talking about the power of words earlier, and I love plays on words. And the word believe, I'd like to believe that I have free will. If you look at the word believe, right, there's a B and an E, an L-I-E, and a V and an E, right? There's a lie right there embedded in everything that I believe, and yet it's going to be typically advantageous for me to think that I have free will in trying to get what it is that I want. There's all kinds of research on free will. Back in the 80s, they did a research experiment that timing tells us neurologically that, before we actually take an action or have a thought to take an action, our brain lights up already. So your subconscious and your unconscious is driving much of what we do, which starts with what we think, right? And so free will is kind of, I guess, in between those, because it starts with what you're thinking and then how you're acting. But I'd like to think that the words that I've chosen to say to you, right, are my own free will. But I think it's an illusion.
Have you ever smelled your own fart?
Every single time.
Often. Why not?
Who hasn't?
Yes, absolutely. And I've made Michael purposely smell mine too with the covers. What married couple hasn't?
Yes, we all do it. Let's be real. We all do it. If you're in the room while it happens, yeah, we all do it.
Yes, under the cover. All the time. Yeah.
No, that would be accidentally.
Honestly, yes.
Where I cup it and whiff it, no, I haven't ever grabbed it and cupped it, but I mean, I've definitely smelt them. I mean, not like where I cupped it, but I definitely have like smelt them. Yeah.
How many times have you used a towel before you've washed it?
Till it starts to get stinky.
Several, probably 5 to 10 times, I'd say.
Depending on the season. In the summertime, much more often. It's usually a sniff test before we wash the towel.
7 or 8. Yeah, we wash them every week, but 7 or 8.
I want to say 2, but realistically, it'll be 4 or 5 times. But when you think about it, if you're already showering, you're already clean. And when you hang it up, it's clean. So It's clean, technically.
I don't count. I don't count. Usually I swear when it's smelling bad.
Ooh. 5 times.
Maybe 4 or 5 times.
I would say maybe a week if I'm at home. Yeah, maybe like 5 days, like once a week.
Have you ever peed in the shower?
Yeah, sure. Just not at the city marina. I never do that.
I have, but I've not very often.
Everybody has. Everyone has.
We all do it. There's no lying. We all do it.
Oh, yes, all the time.
Yes. Nearly every time.
Yes, on occasion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, that's where I be.
Have you ever smelled your own underarm to see if it stinks?
I mean, not really, because I can just smell it normally.
Usually once a day.
Yeah, guilty. Guilty, yeah. I mean, like, especially this lifestyle, you gotta make sure, did I put deodorant on? And, yeah.
Yes. 100%.
I kind of do like the, not so much with my hand, but more just like a, like smell of the armpit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yes, all the time. I can, woo!
No, can't say that I have. That's a good idea, though.
For sure. Definitely breath, armpit, for sure. I'm not sticking my hand down my pants, but I'll definitely, I'll know if I stink, for sure.
Do you use the same bar of soap that you've washed your butt with?
I don't use a bar of soap. I use like a loofah and some squeeze. My favorite is Meyer's dishwashing detergent. I ran out of fancy body wash, and I used that Meyer's because that's all I had. That's my favorite. And yes, I use the same loofah, but I do my face first.
Yeah, but I hit the face first.
No, I don't. I actually use a washcloth.
No. No, I don't. I have a system for my bright, sparkling skin. My husband, he has to, because there's one washcloth in the shower, and it goes with us each week too. So I'm answering for Michael.
No, I use like a gel cleanser, and I use a gel cleanser. I don't use a bar of soap because I do use a loofah though.
Usually I use the shampoo. The shampoo goes here and goes down and goes washing everything down.
No.
I actually don't use bar soap. I use like a liquid soap. So, yeah, I use the same soap, but I guess I would use the same bar. It's soap.
I use totally separate face wash. No soap. I don't use soap I use body wash on my body, and then I use a face wash.
Have you ever been amazed by how big your turd is?
No.
Just yesterday. So much came out of there. Actually, I had a huge one. And then about an hour later, I went and had it like the same size. I couldn't believe it. All cleaned out.
I'm going to have to say, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Who doesn't? Honestly, who doesn't get up and look? And then sometimes you're disappointed. You're like, all that effort for that.
It's more just like, oh, that's why my stomach was hurting.
Yes, especially when I was pregnant. I never saw something so big.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Time or two.
I get blown away by some of the stools that have come from my body, for sure. Yeah, I would say for sure.